Kentucky Derby horse racing fans, it's Mark with InHereTheyCome.com. Getting ready for the 151st Kentucky Derby on Saturday, the May 3rd. It's coming up within the next 2 weeks, depending on when you're watching this video. What we're going to do, this is a continuation in our series of reviewing the big 6 point races, prep races, the 100 point prep races in the U.S., and what the impact has been from runners coming out of those races on the Kentucky Derby Superfecta. So first, second, third, and fourth on Derby Day, where have the runners hit the board and how often in those 4 spots of the Superfecta? So this video we're going to do will be regarding the Arkansas Derby. So first, we're going to look at the winners of the Arkansas Derby and how they did in the Kentucky Derby. So the winner this year is Sandman. Obviously, we don't know how he's going to do yet. Last year, the winner was Muth. Did not run in the Derby because he was trained by Bob Baffert, and Bob Baffert was not allowed to participate in the Kentucky Derby. But he can this year. 2023 Angel of Empire won the Arkansas Derby and finished third in the Kentucky Derby. 2022, it was Cyberknife, who did not do well on Kentucky Derby Day, finishing 18th. Superstock in 21 finished 16th. Again, not very well. 2020, we had 2 divisions, an A and a B division that year, year of COVID. Basin won the A division, did not make it to the Kentucky Derby. Again, because of the Bob Baffert situation being blocked out, and the same with Nadell in the B 2020 B grouping. He did not run in the Kentucky Derby either. 2019, it was Omaha Beach winning the Arkansas Derby. He didn't make it to the Kentucky Derby. 2018, it was Magna Moon. Not good on Kentucky Derby Day, finishing 19th. 2017, it was Classic Empire winning the Arkansas Derby and ran 4th on Kentucky Derby Day, so he hit the bottom of the Superfecta. 2016, it was Creator. Couldn't do no better than 13th on Kentucky Derby Day. Just of note, the years in red indicate the years of the point-based system being in effect. Prior to 2016, qualifications for getting in the Kentucky Derby was solely based on earnings. And that last year of that was 2015 with American Pharoah winning the Arkansas Derby, won the Kentucky Derby, and went on to win the Triple Crown that year. Paid $7.80 as a favorite in the Kentucky Derby. 2014 Danza finished 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. 2013 Overanalyze, 11th. 2012, it was Bodemeister finishing 2nd in the Kentucky Derby and making for a rather large exacta with an upset winner that year. Arch in 2011, no better than 15th in the Kentucky Derby. Line of David, 18th in the Kentucky Derby. Papa Clem in 2009, won the Arkansas Derby and ran 4th on the Kentucky Derby in 2009. 2008, Gallego finished 7th. And then we have, excuse me, Curlin in 2007, finishing 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. Even though he went on to be Horse of the Year, it was 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. Lawyer Ron in 2006, finishing 12th in the Kentucky Derby. 2005, a Fleet Alex should have won the Kentucky Derby, but got 3rd, finished 3rd on Derby Day. Went on to win the next 2 legs of the Triple Crown races. And then in 2004, my buddy Smarty Jones from Philadelphia Park undefeated, won the Arkansas Derby, went on to win the Kentucky Derby as the favorite, paying $10.20. Went on to win the Preakness and got beat at the end of the race in the Belmont Stakes, thus no Triple Crown. Sir Cherokee did not make it to the Kentucky Derby. 2002, Private Emblem, 14th in the Kentucky Derby, and in 2001 it was Balto Star, finishing 14th again. So a recap of the winners of the Arkansas Derby, how they did in the Kentucky Derby since 2001. There was 2 winners. There was 1 second place. There was 3 winners in 3rd place and 2 winners in 4th place. So as you can see, there has been a substantial impact on Derby Day and Kentucky Derby on hitting the Superfecta. So we certainly want to give these runners consideration for taking down a couple spots in the Superfecta, or at least 1 spot. Now, we're going to look at all the runners coming out of the Arkansas Derby, not just the winner, but any of the runners coming out of the Arkansas Derby, running in the Kentucky Derby. What were their impacts in the Superfecta? Last year, again, the winner, the 3rd place runner in the Arkansas Derby last year, Mystic Dan, 18-1, actually won the Kentucky Derby. Ran 3rd in the Arkansas Derby and ended up winning the Kentucky Derby at 18-1. 2023, the winner ran 3rd in the Kentucky Derby at odds of 4-1. 2022, 21, 20, there's absolutely no impact on Kentucky Derby Day. 2019, the 3rd place runner in the Arkansas Derby won the Kentucky Derby at odds of 65-1. That was the 3rd place runner. Also that year, the runner-up in the Arkansas Derby ran 4th in the Kentucky Derby at odds of 4-1. Nice impact there, top and bottom of the Superfecta, 65-1 and 4-1. 2018, no impact. 2017, the 3rd place runner finished 2nd in Kentucky Derby at odds of 33-1, and the winner that year came in 4th in the Kentucky Derby at odds of 7-1. So that year, 2 runners out of the Arkansas Derby took down 2 of the 4 spots in the Superfecta on Derby Day in 2017. And nice payoffs on that. Okay, then we've got 2016, no impact. 2015, the winner of the Arkansas Derby that year won the Kentucky Derby at odds of 3-1 as the favorite. 2014, the winner that year ran 3rd in the Kentucky Derby at 9-1 odds. 2013, no impact. 2012, the winner ran 2nd in the Kentucky Derby as the 5-2 favorite. 2011, the runner-up in the Arkansas Derby ran 2nd in the Kentucky Derby as Bodemeister at 8-1 odds. 2010, the runner-up in the Arkansas Derby won the Kentucky Derby at odds of 8-1. 2009, it looks like we've got the winner that year coming in 4th in the Kentucky Derby at odds of 12-1. No impact in 2008, 2007. Again, the winner that year of the Arkansas Derby ran 3rd in the Kentucky Derby at odds of 5-1. 2006, the runner-up in the Arkansas Derby ran 3rd in the Kentucky Derby at odds of 7-1. So as you can see there, there's been several years where they've Arkansas Derby runners have hit the board in the Kentucky Derby, taking down multiple spots. 2005, the winner that year of the Arkansas Derby ran third in the Kentucky Derby at odds of 9-2. 2004, Smarty Jones won the Kentucky Derby at odds of 4-1. 2003, 2-1, absolutely no impact whatsoever. So recapping these, uh, since 2001, there's been 5 Arkansas Derby runners win the Kentucky Derby at average odds of 19-1. 3 other Arkansas Derby runners ran second on the Kentucky Derby at average odds of 14-1. 5 other Arkansas Derby runners ran third in the Kentucky Derby at average odds of 7-1. And 3 additional Arkansas Derby runners finished fourth in the Kentucky Derby at average odds of 7-1. So, yes, Arkansas Derby runners have a reasonable amount of success in the Kentucky Derby all across the board. Win, place, show, and fourth place at the bottom of the Superfecta. So we definitely want to look hard at runners coming out of this year's Arkansas Derby. And they are. The winner was Sandman. Went off at odds of 7-2 in the Arkansas Derby, paying $9.40 for the win. He has 129 points. He's in second spot on the points leaderboard. And that's good for him because the top point horse on the leaderboard normally doesn't win the Kentucky Derby. This year, that would be Burnham Square. He has 1 point more. He has 130 points. Sandman's race record this year is 3 races, 1 win, 1 second, 1 third. Never out of the trifecta. Never off the board in his 3 races this year. So he's fairly consistent. And then we have the runner-up this year in the Arkansas Derby, Publisher, is headed for the Kentucky Derby. He's got 60 points. His odds in the Arkansas Derby were 7-1. He paid $620 for the place position. His race record this year is 3 races, 1 second. No wins, 1 second, no thirds. So not very consistent there. So he'll be long odds on Kentucky Derby Day. Coal Battle, third place runner in the Arkansas Derby. He's got 95 points on the leaderboard. He went off at 3-1 odds in the Arkansas Derby, paying $3 for the show price. Now he's got a current year race record of 3 races with 2 wins and 1 third. So he's definitely consistent. Has been consistent this year. So you definitely want to give them consideration along with Sandman for using them in your Superfecta wagers. If you've been following us for the last 25 years, you know the importance we put on having the Raise a Native Sireside pedigree line for winning the Kentucky Derby, the Belmont Stakes, as well as the Breeders' Cup Classic, is a key pedigree line to have on the sire side, the top sire side. As a matter of fact, 17 of the last 30 Kentucky Derby winners had this powerful pedigree line of Raise a Native. The average Derby Day win payoff for those 17 winners was a nice $42.18. So we're looking at average odds of 20-1 on Kentucky Derby Day. Of those runners this year headed to the Kentucky Derby from the Arkansas Derby, there's only one that has the Raise a Native sire line on the top sire side this year, and that's Publisher. He's the only one of the 3 headed to the Kentucky Derby. So we definitely want to give him consideration. Now, Derby Day it's like the Super Bowl for horse players. So it's the biggest day of horse racing in North America. There's Last year, I believe it was over $188 million wagered in Kentucky Derby Day at Churchill Downs. There's more uninformed players on this one day of horse racing than on any other day of the year. The secret to being successful on Derby Day and your wagering is arming yourself with better information. It's also important that you have a proven, thought out method for putting your wagers together so that you can wager with confidence and cash in on the big payouts on Kentucky Derby Day. That is what you'll get with our proven winning Derby profile. On handicapping a large 20 horse field that we only get once a year in America, it's important that you can separate the main contenders from those also pretenders. You need to know the factors that have been found to be critical in the history of Derby winners. You need to have better information. And then you need to have a wagering strategy that's going to allow you to maximize your coverage in a 20 horse field for a minimum amount of dollars. So you don't need to go get a loan to be betting the superfecta and trifectas on the first Saturday in May. And you will get that with the proven winning Derby profile. We've been doing handicapping the races for over 30 years. This is the 25th year for our proven winning Derby profile. Our first year was 2001, so it isn't something we just dreamt up a couple years ago. After years of handicapping the Derby, I've identified 22 critical factors that have been common in most Kentucky Derby winners. Comprises of the racing career campaigns for the 2-year-old and the 3-year-old, as well as having the proper pedigree lines on both the sire side as well as the broodmare side as well. We provide you with those lists in the winning profile of which horses have those 5 critical pedigree lines. Then we provide you with a scoring system, a points-based scoring system. So you take the 22 factors and use the points that we assign to each factor. Look at the horses in the past performances, along with the pedigree tables we provide you, and you're basically just adding up the points for each of the 22 factors that the runners have. And year in and year out, we'll find the winner as well as the exacta generally in the top 5 point earners is where you'll find them. And then we provide you with a wagering strategy that will allow you to identify those runners that are most likely to be found underneath in your trifecta and superfecta wagers, so that you can zero in on the long shots to use in those wagers. Derby fever starting to rise. We're getting closer and closer. We're within 2 weeks and counting as the recording of the video. So you don't want to wait. You want to get yourself ready for handicapping the Kentucky Derby. You can go out to our website and heretheykome.com. You can purchase and download Proven Winning Derby Profile. It's available for immediate download. You don't have to wait. And when you go out there, you'll also see where we also make our picks available as well for the race. So we make our picks available for the Derby. If you're interested in getting our picks for the win, exacta, trifectas, superfectas, we make those available, as well as we also have special discounted pricing if you're interested for signing up for our Triple Crown series of picks for the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont Stakes. It's the best value out there for signing up for all 3 of those races. As well as we make, on Derby Day, there's like the full card is like 14 races. We also make our full card picks available as well. If you're interested in playing some of the other races on the card, we make our picks available for all 14, including the win, exacta, trifecta, superfectas, the daily doubles, the pick threes, the pick fours, the pick fives, and pick sixes. Everything's included in our full card picks. And you also have the option to sign up for those for the Triple Crown Series as well at special pricing. Anyways, thanks for watching. As I say, Derby fever is starting to rise. It's going to be getting hotter and hotter each day that goes by. We'll continue with the videos for the other 100-point prep races. So thanks for watching and stay tuned.